Welcome back everyone to Let's Play the Spirit Engine 2. We are on Chapter 7, Back to Nature. Let's hope this goes down like we plan. This goes down like we plan as we kick ass and we win, the end. Ah, she's coming back around. We'll have to be quick, the serum will be wearing off soon. There isn't time for subtlety. You'll extract no useful information by force, brother. Hello, Charlotte? Can you hear me? I feel funny. What's going on? Where am I? Where's Kaltos? Where's Enshandu? Your companions are being held elsewhere. Their well-beings depend upon your cooperation. I see. My head hurts. The room won't stop spinning. Where have you put my hands? I can't find them. You're experiencing the effects of a mild serum that will help you talk to us. Please, remain calm. We need you to answer some questions. We need you to tell us about the girl. The girl? I know a story about a girl. It's very funny. Her name was Charlotte, and she wanted to be a singer. Wanted it so much that she ran away from home. Come on now, you know full well who we're looking for. We need the truth from you. The truth? The truth is, she wasn't as good as she thought she was. Not even better than bad. And she had nothing. No dream around ahead of her. No education or family behind her. And so that silly little girl spent the best years of her life dressed up and serving drinks to the patron of a grubby little casino. Pretty damn funny, huh? I'd have laughed if I wasn't so busy crying. Last week, the little girl, black and white stockings, gray dress, you and your associates foiled our attempt to perjure in Blue Feather Forest. It is very important that you tell us where she is, now! Oh, you mean Isabel? I don't know, I've never met her. I don't know who you're talking about. You're being rather rude about this. Why don't you untie me and we can talk about this over lunch like nice civilized people? We don't have time for this idiocy, brother. I shall go and fetch the tool set. We'll see just how enthusiastic she is to play the fool when her every witticism loses her finger. Doop doop doop. I like this coffin. Coffin's pretty cool. Oh, that reminds me, damn. Listen to me, Charlotte. I'm your friend. Here. I only want to help you. We can still resolve this in a peaceful manner, where nobody gets hurt. Do you have to talk? But you have to talk to us. I have nothing to say to any of you. Go to hell! I tried, Charlotte. What happens from here on is entirely your fault. Explosion! Oh, I know it! Ha! Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, I mean, yeah! No one heard that MF part. Norman? What's... Oh, yeah!
Whee! There goes Kawami and the bad men all fall down. Hurry now, follow Clay.
Charlotte, are you alright? If they've hurt you, I swear to God, I'm fine. Stop fussing over me. And let me stand up. I'm no damsel in distress, and you're certainly no knight in shining armor, Mr. Stern. Okay. Enshandu, what's wrong with her? Aside from the usual. Direct, I suspect. A nasty herbal concoction used to loosen a person's tongue. We'll just have to wait for the effects to wear off. Come on. Let's get her up and outside into the fresh air. I'm alright. I don't know what you're both making such a fuss about. I'm quite capable of walking on my own. Just give me some space. What's this you found, Clay? Prisoners, and familiar faces no less. Good work, boy. Parliamentarian, what are you doing here? Speaking of here, where exactly are we? You're in the Tameless Transverse, and you're lucky that we found you when we did. The Keepers are not known for the humane treatment of their captives. Did they talk to you? They tried, but they were very rude, and I said no. I must say, it's nice to see someone who isn't trying to kill us, or torture us, or cheat us. I was starting to worry that... my head feels like it's trying to turn itself inside out. I think I'm going to be sick. I need to sit down. Is your friend quite alright? Normally, yes, but she's a little under the weather at the moment. We're hoping that whatever the keepers drugged her with wears off soon. Very soon. She's embarrassing enough at the best of times. I see. I hope that she has remained as tight-lipped as she believes she has. These villains are relentless in pursuit of their twisted agenda, and they will seize upon any advantage you might carelessly provide them. Shara, is the building secure? It is, my prince. We've searched every last corner. The only keepers left are dead. Those that fled during the initial breach are long gone. Wait, are you sure? There were 2 knocked down in the interrogation room. I found them, and I can assure you they're quite dead. As a veteran of Hekala, I'm familiar enough with corpses, sir.
They're dead? Did I do something wrong? I tried not to hit them hard, but people break so easily. Oh no, I've done a bad thing again.
It wasn't your fault, Clay. Don't let it upset you. You did as well as you could, and we're all very proud of you. Poor Clay. How ironic that an automaton should have so much heart. But there's no sense in attempting to sympathize with these fiends. They deserve as much compassion as they extend to those victims of their ritualistic murders. We believe the targets they're hunting here in the Transverse may be their last and most important. Legislation has failed to stop them, thus far, so we have tracked them out here to put a final end to their crimes against the people. Now is the time for focused action. The Reftees is descending into a panicked madness. Parliament lies in chaos, and I can accomplish even less there now than I could even when the Ricari reigned over it in peacetime. God, no, the war! We've heard nothing of it since we were captured. Just how long have we been in the Keeper's custody? It's been 6 days since I saw you outside Porterville. I'm sad to say that matters have deteriorated rapidly since then. Every active division of the army has been pushed west. The reserves are being called up, and a draft has begun in their wake. There had been no news from the front before we set sail, but I expect serious engagement must have occurred by now. The whole of central Lorefton seems awash with refugees, a bedraggled tide of human detritus. My family still lives in Harteth. There's not so far from the border. We have to get back there, quickly. Absolutely, we can't stay here. We need to get back where we're needed most. I understand your concern, and I can provide all 3 of you with passage back to the mainland. In the certain climate of fear, my ship is the only civilian vessel whose crew are brave enough to cross the Isti Straits. She isn't much to boast about. Amara has little wealth with which to service its representatives to the Grand Loeftes Parliament, but she is fast and reliable, and with a favorable wind, she can make Cape Vale in just over a day. However, we shan't be leaving until our mission here is complete. We may be unable to help the Reftees much as we are, but I will be damned if I let us fail in our duty to put an end to this murderous rampage within our borders. Blah! You 3 have done us a great service already, more than I can ever repay you for. But I must ask for your help in saving this young victim from their clutches. When we are done, we will set sail, I promise you. If that is your intention, then you shall have our help, Parliamentarian. How could we refuse? We need no other incentive to engage in a mission of mercy. You, maybe. The rest of us have bills to pay and food to buy, if there's much left on this mainland by the time we get back to it. We have got to stop you from doing the negotiating, Enshandu. Oh, don't be so disagreeable, Kaltos. Of course we'll do it, Mr. Baptiste. The sooner we stop the Keepers, the sooner we can get off this island. Just tell us what your plans are. Excellent! I'm glad to have you on board. Allow me to introduce you to my learned mentor and loyal assistant since childhood, Mr. Julius Folks. He can bring you up to date on the situation. Indeed, I can. We stand on the edge of tameless Transverse, a vast and tangled wilderness, risen above the mist of Istis. just north of the Refton. Generations of explorers have lost themselves in the jungle here. The Keeper's latest target is trying to do the same as we speak. Forewarned, she fled from the mainland and sought refuge here with the Enclave. We had been following hot on their trail when we assaulted the Keeper's compound and found you three. The Enclave? A rather mysterious group of exiles and hermits who chose long ago to abandon life on the mainland and make their homes here, in the Transverse. They live among almost exclusively off the land and have very little contact with the citizens of Huntingdon. Which makes it all the more surprising that they should choose to take in the young lady. Very surprising indeed. I wonder just how much they know. Legend has it that their forefathers made a pact with the forces of nature here to live in harmony and protect one another. Superstitious nonsense, of course, but not entirely baseless. The Transverse does not welcome hunters or prospectors. They have to fight just to keep this one outpost from being overgrown and overrun. Half a furlong from the walls, you'll find yourself in an untamed jungle, where no man is safe. Many who have dared to travel deeper into the Transverse has returned weeks later, dehydrated and near mad, considering themselves lucky to have ever found their way out and vowing never to return. The armies came here once and tried to claim a section of the jungle with typical Refties pomposity. Their grand expedition lasted all of a month before being driven back by torrential rain, fearsome wildlife, and rampant disease. Even the least suspicious huntsmen treat the jungle as a living, breathing force. The southern Transverse is a maze where compasses and maps are of little use. The Keepers are well aware of this. They have spent some time making their preparation to breach the Enclave's sanctum. After interrogating one of the Keepers we captured, we believe they found a way in. And you think they're still capable of this, even now?
We can't take any chances. There are a few souls here who claim to trade with members of the Enclave. Some are madmen, others are fools, but some, we believe, having spoken with them, are telling the truth. The one reference which comes up repeatedly is that an old witch who lives in the far southeast is of the corner of the isle. She's a renegade even amongst these outsiders, a bitter fatalist who claims to be able to divine future events. She trades occasionally and may have a grudge against the Enclave, which would lead her to help us, or worse, to help the Keepers. Apparently the Enclave attempt to sever themselves from the outside world was not so complete as they might have hoped. Curiosity remains one of their vices. Perhaps that is why they have expelled her.
They have a strange people indeed. Such a total retreat from the many injustices of our troubled world is a cowardice I could not bear. So, we're expecting to find this witch. Why find this witch? Why are her kinsmen getting involved in this matter if they valued their isolation so highly? And why are the Keepers trying to kill these people anyway? Good questions. We wish we knew the answers ourselves. They are a rogue agent in an insidious conspiracy by the forces that govern us. We should not speak to understand their treachery. All that matters is that they must be stopped. Our strikes upon them came just in time. Though we've slain most of their numbers, a few escaped to the jungle where they remained dangerous. Time is short, and we must act quickly to save their young woman from their clutches. We've seen firsthand just what the Keepers are capable of, and we've seen them do it with the complete ignorance of authorities. You have our help.
Good. From the few who found it, we hear that the entrance to the Enclave lays across the maw, a deep, impassable ravine in the southern jungle. Find the old witch, speak to her, and find out how to cross it. We shall set on a different path with the same goal. Hopefully, at least one of us will make it through the jungle before the Keepers do. Remember that the Transverse does not welcome interlopers. We will have a hard fight on our hands.
Thank you, all of you. We will need your help to end this betrayal of the people. There's so much at stake here today, but fate is behind us. We shall meet again when we are successful. I am sure of it. Good luck.
Good luck.
Great. Alright, save point, guys. Looks like that's the beginning of this new chapter. I hope to see all of you on the next part. I'm enjoying this, and I hope you're enjoying it as well. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.